lose the feel in my fists.
Yo.
Decisions are swift. At home in the ring. It's like I live in this beat. And I'm undisputed.
Yeah. Yeah. Send me another invite. Light heavyweight.
Feel like the night of the fight. Feels like the fight of my life. Lighting my fire, can't even remember which finger is injured or what tired is like. Trained through the pain, flipping them tires. Barbells was lifting them skyward and higher. I ran through the rain, work till I'm drained. Put on headphones and do it all over again. Chains cold from hitting the bag. Throwing them fast, trying to fold it in half. Footwork rehearsed till I float in the flash. Searching for weakness, immersed in my defense. Please don't be too slow with the pads. But I'm still matching the
Keyword house.
shoulder roll and find an opening and let them go like I'm holding the soul in my hands. Set it free. Set it free. Set it free.
You gotta be more aware.
Flow like a butterfly, sting like a pound for pound, 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 pound for pound. Do it for my mama, do it for my father, family affair, my whole family in here. I do it for the block, do it for the soldiers, do it for the sport, do it for the culture. I'm undisputed, yeah, I'm undisputed. Do it for my father, do it for my mother.
Benchos. Benchos. I already chose. Oh, I gotta press R2. You gotta press R2 to ready up. Press R2. Press R2. What about it, Greg?
Real generals back in the building. Trust. Tell a man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Ishy and feeler. Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Ishy and feeler.
We are live at the CompuBox Academy. The time is now as we get set for what should be an incredible matchup. I'm Todd Grisham, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
Time for our tail of the tape. Sugar Ray Leonard. He's 175 centimeters tall with a reach of 179. Tipping the scales at the limit, 160 pounds with a reach of 179. And they'll be facing Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
Sugar Ray Leonard. He, of course, won world titles in 5 different weight classes, including the undisputed welterweight title. His hometown is Wilmington, North Carolina. Saul Canelo Alvarez, a 4-division multi-time world champion, quite simply one of the greatest of all time.
They have waited for this fight for so long, John. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, Presenting one of the all-time greats, the Hall of Fame legend of boxing, a 5-division champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard. Fighting out of the blue corner from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
We see the crowd, the people, the fans. We just cannot wait for this fight to get on.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. That uppercut doesn't get through. That jab had to hurt. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Just see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Good counter punching. Nice counter shot. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Straight right just misses. The perfect counter lands. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The straight right just misses. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. The counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Do you believe this? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.
I know that song.
Let's talk about Leonard in that last round.
I know that song.
All 3 judges here are
do.
going to
Go
give
down,
that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Nice round, good round. I like that. I'm happy. Just keep him on the end.
Switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind back on the job. And then get back.
Start sticking in a few body shots.
On to the second round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Just missed with that hook. Should we be surprised if these 2 fighters go the distance tonight, considering how much they've emphasized their physical fitness? jab just got blocked. Misses with the straight left. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you're getting in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Nice defense with that jab. Catch and shoot. Counter punches have to hurt. Good counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Oh, he's a liar.
Without a doubt. He needs to go out there and think, right, you know what?
On to the third. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. That punch landed. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Looking to land the hook. Both men step back for just a moment. Just avoids the left uppercut. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Beautiful counter punch. The right hook misses. Beautiful counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Misses with the straight left. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can...
Back at it in round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if he...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. How is this fight still continuing?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Punch, counter punch. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. His stamina is off the charts. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather.
How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
I've got to see that.
1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. Are you okay?
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
He's up, but for how long? Look at him. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. Is there any way back into this fight after the beating he is?
Come on. You let him back in.
There's the bell to start round 5. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Just missed with that hook. Can't land the jab there. That big hook doesn't land. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little favourite and pickpocket them.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. The straight right just misses. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
You got great yelling, huh?
In my life, how'd you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Looking to land the hook. Nobody home with that hook. Caught him with a left hook. That jab misses. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Nice counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
This is when you talk about champion.
Let's reset.
There's the bell to start round 6. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you've cheated, now we're going to find out.
Good counter punch. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Swing and a miss with that hook. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
These two are the perfect puller right there. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. What an upset here as Alvarez goes down. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to call you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points for losing around.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. His stamina is off the charts. As As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Alvarez in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Round feel good. Good man, good man.
And then start gathering your pace and get your momentum back.
And there's the bell for round 7. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
You believe what we are seeing. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
They need to... Oh, wait a minute! Sugar Ray's in trouble! Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Nice counter. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Alvarez in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
There's a lot on the line here.
Get that jab back. Just boxing, be smart.
Get your great round, now relax.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Stamina is off the charts. How about that time counter shot? They won't give us a second to catch our breath. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Nice counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, John.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
He fails to score with that left hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Oh, my word. Canelo just got clipped. Well, that is a bit of a surprise. It ends in a draw.
What a